Channel News at 9, starring Jesse Baker
and Damian Bearden. Now since we're done with the weather, let's get more into the important news.
Activism. Is it good or is it bad? Let's see Jesse's intake on this.
Alright, so we have recently watched the film How Hackers Change the World. This film has pointed out a social problem that we have seen in our society. Is the group Anonymous good or bad? We have done a full dedicated research on this hacktivist group. This is what we found. Damien?
There's good and bad in all situations. So, as you can see in scene number 1, there's always good and bad.
The computer hacker group Anonymous is claiming tonight that it took down the website of the Federal Appeals Court in San Francisco this afternoon.
They took down Senate.gov servers. They've taken down HB Gary. Sony's claiming they did $150 million worth of damage.
So many confidential files that tonight, because of these hackers, can be in the hands of anyone.
Visa, MasterCard, the PayPal situation.
The criminals who hacked into Sarah Palin's private email.
The Church of Scientology says Anonymous is a cyber terrorist group of religious bigots.
Anonymous and this other group called Lulz Sec. They seem to be wanting to prove a point.
Anonymous kind of was like the big, strong, buff kid who had low self-esteem. And in all.
This clip right here shows what Anonymous has accomplished over the last couple of years. Anonymous was born in what they call the 4chan era.
Isn't that ethos, Jesse?
Yes, it is, Damien. Now let's do a quick background story on what 4chan is.
4chan is a website where basically you can post about anything and everything. But you can, go these subcategories where they're talking about, anime, sports, food, cooking, and they even have a category for Pokemon. Most of the time people post under the name Anonymous, which, nobody could, find you or track you down or know who you are. So you're on the internet, you can post anything you want, and nobody could judge you because they have no idea who you are. Henceforth the name Anonymous.
4chan was the first website to appear that the most started popping out of nowhere. A whole line of websites just came out of nowhere, like Reddit, iFunny, stuff like that.
Yeah, that is right, but the most popular creation after 4chan would have to be Reddit, as you just said.
That's enough background information on Anonymous. Let's go to scene 2.
They represent a certain sort of chaotic freedom.
As you can see in scene 2, we have a B-roll that showed an image of an Anonymous member looking into the far distance for some type of freedom, and then you had this one eye that kind of looked like he was possessed by Satan, but not possessed by Satan. Looks like he was type of really, really evil.
This eye really looks chaotic.
This was a good B-roll we picked. Let's move on to the next scene.
We stand for freedom. We stand for freedom of speech, the power of the people, the ability for them to protest against the government, to right wrongs. No censorship, especially online, but also in real life.
Alright, now as we can all see, unless you're Helen Keller, we have B-roll that shows one member talking about what they stand for. One member was walking with their sign in their hand, "Stop killing the poor," which represents what Anonymous is really for.
Dude, I went to the bathroom, dude, it was dude.
It's good, man.
We got this, dude. Man, another good B-roll.
Yes, sir, sure it was. Man, now since we're done how much we love B-rolls, let's move to the next scene.
No leadership. It's one voice. It's not individual voices. That's why we don't show our faces. That's why we don't give our names. We're speaking as one, and it's a collective. Good timing.
We have a member of Anonymous talking about what they stand for, while a group of riot police comes, starts running in, and I guess there were protesting. So I guess the riot police was there to stop the protest, but this represents pathos because they're being oppressed by all these higher up people, and so they're being oppressed. So we kind of feel pity for them. So and it really makes me want to think who the real figures of justice is.
This makes me wonder who to turn to, the police or Anonymous. I just feel pity for them.
Paid those. Okay, scene 5, let's go. Yeah. Scene 5, let's go.
I would love to live in a country where the government fears its citizens and not the other way around. But right now, plenty of anonymous actors are in hiding because of fear of reprisals by the government. I've been called many things. There's unpatriotic. That we're just a bunch of children sitting in our parents' basement.
I got called a terrorist sympathizer. We've been called kids, we've been called cyberbullies, we've been called hooligans, and sometimes those words aren't entirely unfair, but this is a serious political movement.
We see various members of the group Anonymous and what they're being called by these people. If you don't feel pathos of these guys, then you must be heartless, almost like Hitler.
Hey, I don't know if you can say that on national TV.
Pretty sure this is a local program. We're not Fox News level.
Yeah, but no, I think we're a little bit more truthful than, Fox News.
Alright, let's quit talking about Fox News. Let's move on to the next scene.
Your name, it's just sort of anonymous.
When you look at 4chan, you're often surprised because it looks like a site from like 1995 or something. The idea is very simple. You post a comment and you post a picture. And you can post under your name or anonymously. And it's separated into boards about particular topics. So there's topic on anime, there's topic on weaponry.
There's like a 4chan board for origami, and you just upload interesting pictures of origami.
In this B-roll, we're going to see what 4chan is really like.
Didn't we not talk about this already?
Yes, we did. This covers all the 6 scenes that we need.
Shh. Let's get to the articles. The first article we'll be looking at is Anonymous Hackers Fight ISIS, but reactions are mixed. This article is about the group known as Anonymous has taken down countless of these members of ISIS. They no longer have access to get online to post anything or to be able to show themselves doing anything extreme. Extreme indeed. These members that haven't been taken down yet will post these tweets all around. They will include a hashtag saying GoSec.
I'll show you one of the tweets, but all accounts have been, suspended. Actually, that was some misinformation, Jesse. It's not anonymous. It is Anonymous that is related to the GoSec, not ISIS.
Yeah, I just noticed that mistake.
I think this article is more on the pro side than the con side, but let's move on to the next article.
In the article, hacker receives 10 years for causing mayhem. A federal judge in New York on Friday delivered a 10-year prison sentence to Jeremy Hammond, a prominent member of the hacking group Anonymous, who pleaded guilty earlier this year to breaking into computer servers of a string of corporations, government agencies, and law enforcement groups.
This guy must have done a lot to get 10 years in prison.
This must be a con article. Next article.
In this article, Anonymous wants to collaborate with the rapper Tech-9. In a recent song by the Kansas City rapper known as Aw Yeah, Tech-9 says, at least, Anonymous is hacking for peace. After Tech-9 said that, the Anonymous group hit a message to Tech-9 saying, Mr. Aaron Dantes Yates, you are the chosen one of Earth whom we selected for this special project, which will change the world forever. You wouldn't want to miss this. We got a secret idea that would be honored for to be part of. That will be a place you higher than any other musician in this world, which will also make you extremely difficult for anyone else to surpass your achievements ever again in the future as well. The opportunity is bigger than any Grammy Award and extremely rare to come across. We are assure you that strange music will be renowned for its godly influence on humanity in the 21st century with the release of this. Let us join forces, brother.
At least Anonymous is hacking for peace.
That they're willing to work with anybody that will stand for them.
Yeah, I want to know what the secret plan is. Let's get on to the last article.
In this article is hackers in Arizona police. Hackers are shown to be on one side or the other. These members have been taking down police access files on their computers so they couldn't access any files they have.
It turns out they did this multiple times in the counting. This is it for the articles.
Alright guys, this has been Channel News 9.
And signing out.
And Damian Bearden.